Hello and welcome to PM Square's tutorial on creating a listing table insight within Incorta. My name is Dan Swan and I'm a senior consultant at PM Square. In this video, we will go over the basics of creating an insight using a listing table visualization with Incorta Analyzer. If you are not familiar with Incorta, watch the two Incorta videos linked below to get a good overview of the application. My CFO has just asked for some detailed data. The budget committee is meeting right now and they would like a report as soon as possible. They are asking for a listing of the 400 series mountain bikes sold in Georgia during the month of June. Using Incorta, I can deliver the requested report in a few minutes. I delivered the report to the budget committee, which includes revenue, cost, profit, and margin, along with the number of bikes ordered. You can quickly build and deliver reports like this with Incorta Insights utilizing a listing table visualization. What is an insight? An Incorta Insight uses an Incorta visualization to display data in a tabular report format or in a graph or chart. An Incorta visualization is one of several templates used for building tabular or chart-related insights. Insights exist within a dashboard. A dashboard can contain a single insight, or it can be combined with several insights to create an informative set of reports and/or charts. There are three types of Incorta visualizations that display data in a tabular format: listing table, aggregated table, and pivot table. In this tutorial, we'll focus on building a listing table insight. As the name implies, a listing table simply lists the most detailed data from a table or combination of tables with the ability to group and summarize data based on the grouping parameters you select. A listing table is best suited for viewing detailed data from your tables while still giving you the ability to create subtotals and totals. If you know SQL, it can be like running a select star statement. Let's get started building a listing table insight. Let's walk through how I created the report for the budget committee. I'm in the PM Square folder within the Content tab. I already have one dashboard, but I want a new dashboard for this new insight. To create a new dashboard, I go into the upper right and click on the New button and then click Add Dashboard. I'm going to call this dashboard Tabular Insights. Click Add. My new insight appears with tab 1 open. I'm going to click Add Insight, and the Incorta visualization templates appear. I'm going to click Listing Table, and then I'm going to click on the pen icon to edit the insight. With the insight open, the first thing I need to do is add data. My data panel is completely empty. So to add data, I click on Manage Data Set, where I have three choices of views, tables, and result set. Views are business views of your data that provide business-friendly arrangements of your databases and business-friendly column names and table views. The views may contain formula columns along with the original table columns. Views can combine data from different databases, which should make creating useful insights quicker and easier. Tables represent the tables from your core databases such as Oracle, DB2, or NetSuite, for example. Often these tables will be represented exactly how they exist in your source database. Also, these tables may have additional joins to other tables from other data sources. Tables loaded into Incorta will appear here under Tables. A result set is an insight within an insight that can provide pre-summarized or pre-calculated data which can be operated on in the main insight. Incorta defines a result set as a runtime insight query that can be the data set for the final insight. This two-step approach helps with use cases like percent of total and pivots and charts, runtime calculations, different aggregation types for each level, etc. For the budget committee report, I will use the online store views because I know it contains the data I need for the report. And scroll down to find the online store schema I'll expand it, clicking on this arrow. Now I can see 4 views within the online store schema. If I click on the checkbox beside the customer's view, you can see that it automatically pops into my data panel. I actually want all the views from this schema, so I'm going to click the checkbox next to Online Store, and then now all my views are selected, and now all my views are in the data panel. I'm going to close the Manage Dataset panel. I'm going to click on this 3-dot icon and click on Collapse to Table Level. Now I can see a neat view of all the views within the Online Store schema. I'm going to expand the Order Details table, and note that along with the name of the column, we also have either a letter or icon next to the name, which indicates the data type of that column. An A represents a string data type. The calendar icon represents a date data type. The clock icon represents a date-time data type. A key icon represents a key field from a table. And the hashtag or pound sign represents an integer or numeric value. If I click on this column details icon, you can also see more data about each column, including the source table and source column name, the data type, the function as it's defined in the view, and the sample data. You can also do that for the sales order number and see the same type of information, including the data type, which in this case is a string, and then the function is defined as a dimension in this view, and then again sample data. Close that. Let's collapse this order detail table, and let's expand the revenue details table. To build a report, I need to populate one or more of these sections within the insight. Incorta refers to these sections as trays, and each tray has a function. The grouping dimension is used to group your data, which could be by account, product, organization, time, etc. The measure tray is used to display measurable data, like account balance or number of products sold. The measure tray can contain all types of data, not just numeric data. You can drag and drop an entire table into the measure tray to create a report. The individual filter is used to filter on any column of your table or view. The distinct filter is used to show only unique values. If you place a column here, the insight will return only one row for each unique value from that column. Sort by lets you sort a report on a single column or multiple columns. Let's build a basic report. I'm going to drag subcategory to the grouping dimension. And note when I do that, a property settings panel opens. Also, Incorta refers to these columns that are now in a tray as pills, and the properties as pill properties. And you'll see that reference in Incorta documentation. Now I'm also going to bring the product name into the grouping dimension. And I don't have a report just yet. I need to place one or more columns in measure. And so I'm going to move revenue to the measure tray. And now I've got a report. I'm going to drag the product name to the individual filter. And in the property settings, I'm going to select all-purpose bike stand to filter the report, which happens immediately. Within the property settings for an individual filter, I have several choices of an operator, from equals, does not equal, greater than, less than. There are several operators to choose from to filter my report. Let's look at the revenue property settings. I can change the column label here if I'd like. We'll change this to gross revenue. Hit enter. Now the column name has changed. Also can change the number format. In this case, the default is decimal, And I'm going to change it to rounded. However, I do have several other format choices I can make depending on the data. Let's look at the subcategory property settings. I can also change the column name here. I can change to show subtotals for each one of the groupings of subcategory. In product name, I have the exact same property settings available. And that's because both of these pills or columns are a string data type and they're in the grouping dimension. We will review property settings in depth in a later video. For now, know that the tray and column data type will determine what pill properties will be available. Let's build the report the Budget Committee requested. I'm going to clear out all the trays. And for the Budget Committee report, I'm going to drag in the entire revenue detail view. That's going to bring in all the columns within that view. So the first thing I need to do is filter on state. The Budget Committee asked for sales in Georgia. So I'm going to enter Georgia, add that. It's automatically checked. Now my insight is filtered on state. Next thing I need to do is filter on order date. And order date is a full date field, and I need to filter on the month of June. So I'm going to select month as my date part. And then I'm going to enter 6 for the 6th month. It's automatically checked, and now the order date is filtered on June. I need to filter on year, so I'm going to use order date again. Then go to the property settings, the date part, and select year as my date part. And I'm going to enter 2014 as my date. Add the year. It's automatically checked. Now the insight is filtered on 2014. All right, I need to filter on 400 series bikes. I don't immediately see it, so I'll search. Type in 400 here. Now I see all the 400 series mountain bikes. Now the insight is completely filtered. I'm going to edit the title, click here. I'm going to change the font to 18. I'm going to make it bold. Call this report Georgia Sales in June. Save. All right, it looks like my report is complete. I'm going to click Save to save the insight. It's been updated. So this is how it's going to look at my dashboard. Looks pretty good, except for I want to change the margin. I want to change the formatting to 1%. So I'm going to click on the edit icon, the pen icon. I'm going to go to the margin properties. I'm going to click on percent. And my margin is now a percentage. I'm going to click on Save Again. The insight is updated. So everything looks good. Now it's ready to be delivered to the Budget Committee. Thanks for watching this video on Building Insights with Incorta. Look for more videos at pmsquare.com/Incorta.